This Tarot collective energy reading for February 5th through 12th says that being human right now is a practice, and this card is our gentle teacher. Hey all, welcome to my Thursday Tarot Insight. I'm Stephanie. I'm an intuitive energy reader, and I pull one Tarot card each week that highlights and harnesses the collective energy. And then I talk about how we can drop into this energy as individuals and utilize it to bring more awareness and ease in our lives. So the collective tarot energy reading for February 5th through 12th is once again Brother Earth. Here we go again. We pulled this card for 2 weeks in a row. So when you pull the same card often or in a row, even for your own personal tarot reading or any kind of reading, it's just telling it's telling us that there is more information that you need here, and or you're still in the energy of the card. There's more to learn, decipher, infer, and use from the energy in this card, or the energy we're in. So the energy we're in is the Brother Earth as a collective. And if you didn't hear last week's Tarot Insight, just go back and listen to that one. I'm going to add on to it, and I'm also going to look at the general significance in the Tarot of the Brother card and the Earth element in this deck. So in these readings, I always use the Tarot of the Spirit deck, which is written and downloaded and painted by a mother-daughter team named Pamela and Joyce Eakins. And in this deck, they referred to the page as the brother. And page is what this card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is one that people often use in tarot readings. And I just never particularly drawn to that deck. I just got one for the first time last year. And because we've pulled this card twice, I pulled out the Page of Pentacles from that deck as well, so that I could garner a little bit more information and show you both of these cards. So like I said, last week with the Brother Earth card, we were really learning how to hold the fact that we are divine beings in these bodies on a physical earth. We are of divinity, of angelic realms, of spirit, of truth, of purity, of light, and we live in these physical bodies with their limitations, their lessons, their hardships, as well as all the love and joy and nuanced emotions. So when we look at the Page of Pentacles here, you can see that in here as well, this figure is holding the pentacle, which is the equivalent of earthly things, of being of the earth, of physicality. And if you look at this card, this figure is admiring and learning how to handle and hold, literally, the physical realm. And that the energy that comes off of this card is that it is a great gift. It's a delicate gift. It's not one to be necessarily taken lightly, and it should be revered and looked upon with awareness and admiration and curiosity, because we are here. We are in these bodies, and it is a gift to be here because we learn a lot of lessons for our spirits and our soul's growth in the confines and limitations of the earthly plane. So let's talk a little bit about tarot. So when we have these 4 suit cards in the tarot decks, typically they're pentacles or coins or discs, or the earth card, or we have winds and sword, or cups and water, and wands or staffs or fire. And the court cards are in like the king, the queen, the knight, the page, or in the Tarot of the Spirit, they would be mother, father, sister, brother. Each of these roles in the deck have their significance, and I will just focus on the brother and page today because this is the card we pulled. So the brother or the page is a lot about learning how to do something, not yet mastering it like a king or a queen would be able to do, but it's kind of like the apprenticing time, the internship or the trial run. Like this is the time after someone's gone to college or school to learn about something. Now they're going out into the world to practice it. They aren't considered authorities on it quite yet, and they aren't given a title with all the references and accolades and real world experiences to put on their resume yet. But they have to be doing in order to learn, correct? And that's really what this brother and page role is in the tarot. So when we talk about earth or pentacles, like I've said, we're really talking about the earthly things. And it doesn't have to be our material earthly things like the house we live in and the money we have, although these do fall under the umbrella of this subject. This earth and the pentacles is how it's really about how we navigate our spiritual body within the confines of the material world. How is that showing up for us right now? What are we learning about it right now? The exciting part about tarot is that we are constantly being humbled by the information that we ask for in these cards. So when I'm asking about a collective reading or a reading for myself, oftentimes as humans, we are secretly hoping that we're going to get an answer that says we've mastered something or we are at the culmination of something or we're all good. We're all good with that thing. But rarely is life like that, because life on this earthly plane is about learning and growth, constantly changing, constantly. And sure, we have times where we're feeling stable and on top of our stuff, etc. But this as a collective time is not one of those times. And so when we look to the cards for some information about where we are and how to ground down into something to navigate with more ease and clarity and awareness, we have a card that is telling us so beautifully and so gently that we are here, we are divine, that whether we like it or not, being here as spirits in these bodies is a gift, is a blessing, is an opportunity for our soul's growth. We're not just individuals here. We are a collective. We literally are a collective. And each one of us matters. All the growth that we do on an individual level matters to the whole. And all the growth that we feel is happening to us, that's pushing in on us right now, that's forcing us to look at things, forcing us to shed things, forcing us to think about things, forcing us to feel things. It feels like that, like we're being forced, right? That's because the collective is also growing. The collective has its growing pains. The collective has its awareness. The collective has its own intelligence that is beyond us. And sometimes we are the effect of it. And this is one of those times. And this card, again, is really holding up a mirror for both directions, as individuals to the collective and the collective to individuals, to say, hey, look at us. We have a lot of power. And we're learning that we have power. We're learning that we have divinity. We're learning that each of us within the collective and the collective as a whole is a divine being here on this earthly plane to learn, grow, expand, feel, experience, etc. Okay, so what do we do with this energy? How can we just be with it? So last week I really talked about how dropping into our awareness by grounding, by taking moments to get quiet and not just look within, but just to recognize in some kind of stillness, whatever it is you recognize. Because within the stillness is not only profound awareness of all the things I just spoke about, but within the stillness is energy of the faces that you see on this card, and this card. The wonder, the delicate looking at life on earth, not faces of complacency, but of an awareness that we are incredible, each and every one of us. And so is this opportunity, this gift of life here. So dropping into stillness, although difficult, like I said last week, to do now because there is a lot of noise, but it is more important than ever that we do this. So in both of these cards, we see two different ways to drop into the stillness. Plant your feet on the physical nature, grass, sand, any dirt, anything that's a physical nature. And in the Brother Earth card, you see that you can connect with angelic realms. How do you do that? How you do that is in your dream time. You pay attention to the subtleties of the in-between, when you wake up to when you get up, when you lay down to go to sleep, and when you fall asleep, when you get in your car to go somewhere, before you drive, you just stop. These are precious, precious, precious moments of connection that we can have now. And honestly, the most challenging part of all of this is just remembering to do it. And that may be challenging, but when we are in those very, very small moments of the in between, the ability to connect to our divinity is so much easier than it ever has been. So you will get insights, you will get realizations, you will be able to drop in deeper within fewer moments, and you will be able to have visions, you'll be able to have an awareness, and it won't take sitting for hours and hours and hours of meditation to understand. You will see your connection more clearly and with more ease. The challenge is just to practice it, to practice dropping in the in between. So your challenge for this week is to take a moment to look at these cards again and to drop into the moments of the in between. Like I said, any moments in between things that you can, to just get quiet. And sometimes, like when I'm in my car and I get going without taking the time to do this, that's fine. I don't beat myself up, but I notice when I start like playing the radio and I'm driving around and things are getting so loud, I just shut down the music and I drive. I don't listen to anything. That's a time where I'm not like dropping into a meditation, but I'm just finding more quiet, more quiet, more quiet. Where can you find the more quiet? Because this world is really loud right now. The energies are loud. Everybody's feeling it. So where can you find these moments of quiet? Please reach out to me if anybody needs any guidance and meditations, any check-in. I'm here for you. And I'm sending lots and lots of love and deep awareness to each and every one of you. And I'll see you next week.